Blowing Rock, North Carolina. Alison Moyet on MTV singing Is This Love? Across 3 states and in every hotel, that English girl's question unanswerable by me. Maybe my parents know, but they can't stop fighting about the cost of the hotel room in Blowing Rock. The overpriced room, the last-minute room, the only room in town. My mother always demanded a nice hotel, the only reason she traveled, to escape our disintegrating house, the uncleanable tub, dark rings and rust stains etched into porcelain. She would luxuriate in gleaming white convenience, wallow on soft sheets until the dream was skin deep. We were on our way to Appomattox, where the Confederacy surrendered, where I would begin Reconstruction, come back home changed, ready to plunge. This vacation, the last I would ever take with my parents, my father determined to drive from one end of Virginia to the other, to see Chesapeake Bay as if his life depended on it. That we would all see one last sight together before we broke apart, before I grew up, like he could see what was coming, my surrender to another, the last bit of kid dust blowing away. Is this love? Not yet. Not for 3 more months, not until Dirk shimmers out of a pool, divested of his nerd garments, pretty and mute, coming toward me like a siren. Stroke. The car is nose down in the ditch. Traffic slows, honks, but no one stops. I can see this from the picture window, framed by dusty, fading curtains. My body, summoned by unknown telepathy, cannot make sense of how my mother has managed this accident. The driveway becomes dream state. I am moving and not moving until I am at the driver's door. My mother seems unhurt but dazed. Her head and eyes roll without focusing. Sharp call of her name, slapping smooth face. Her mouth opens and closes. No sound, no recognition, no one home. Gray car, gray upholstery. She is wearing a gray sweater and slacks, the sky in sympathy, as if the world has been sapped of color. An ambulance, my grandmother, then my father appear, as if beamed down from the Enterprise, and only later am I told that I made the calls, slipped the tether of consciousness, ran back to the house, spoke calmly. I have no memory of this, just as my mother has no memory of leaving the supermarket, how she got from aisle 4 to a hospital room, unable to speak or move her right side. Just like the Nixon tapes, there is an 18-minute gap in her brain, and even now I question how long I was at the window before her car went off the road. I can see it in Zapruder-style slow motion, my mother looking at me, her head snapping back, then letting go of the wheel.